This is a special message to the members of the Mississippi State Guard as well as Mississippi State Guard alumni. I'm John Lambert. I served for several years as a chaplain in the Mississippi State Guard. Today I serve as a volunteer chaplain at the Southeast Louisiana Veterans Home in Reserve, Louisiana. I serve as a responder with LEAPS, Law Enforcement Alliance for Peer Support. I respond when policemen are shot and policemen are hurt. I'm also a bishop in the Mexican National Catholic Church. I'm making this video from my home sacristy chapel in St. Rose, Louisiana. This is where I film my weekly masses. We put up on YouTube for the veterans at the Southeast Louisiana Veterans Home so they can watch it. Their families can watch, the staff can watch, and this is pretty much the center of my operations in my home. We do most everything else out at the Veterans Home Chapel in Reserve. While I'm no longer in the Mississippi State Guard, hardly a day goes by that something from the State Guard, the experiences there, don't influence something having to do with my ministry. The Mississippi State Guard chaplains were required, I don't know what they're doing now, haven't been there for a while, required to go through Saugus Chaplain School. And that's where I learned, I got introduced to basic military etiquette, got introduced to basically how to work with honor guards, refined our marching skills and all of this, and also were trained how to work with military funerals. And so that was really, really helpful working with veterans later on at the Veterans Home. As I said, I trained with LEAPS, Law Enforcement Alliance for Peer Support, also with ASSIST, which is Applied Suicide Intervention Skills Training through the Camp Shelby Suicide Prevention Office. This ministry that I do at the Veterans Home started as a suggestion by General David McElreath one Saturday at the Raymond Road Armory. We're having a headquarters drill. He asked all the chaplains to be present, and he suggested that we start expanding our ministries, expanding what we're doing, expanding our volunteering to the Veterans Home. Well, 30 minutes from my home is the Southeast Louisiana Veterans Home in Reserve. And so I visited, and my first Mass there was on Christmas Day 2014. For the next 5 years, I only missed 5 Sunday Masses, either for travel or being sick. I also was there every Christmas morning for Christmas morning Mass, as well as for Easter morning Mass. I met some really remarkable people, and General McElreath, I have to say thank you for asking us to do this. I'm not here to talk about me, though. I'm here to give thanks, first of all, to those who encouraged me to do what I'm doing and got me where I am. Again, I want to thank David McElreath, General McElreath, because that meeting, that suggestion at that meeting, or that instruction at this meeting, has been with me for a long time. I don't know if many people who take that oath when they join the State Guard take it seriously, but I don't remember that oath having an expiration date. So I've promised to serve, and I'm doing my very best, General, to do what you asked me to do, even though I'm no longer in the State Guard, nor are you. I want to convey a message right now also to Lieutenant Colonel David Pearson. He's also known as Bishop David Pearson. And it was he who taught me to be a priest. I know that Dave and I have gone on separate paths now for several years, but I just want to say thank you, because you trained me, you were patient, you were kind, you were generous. I want to tell you, thank you. Now, I want to convey a very strong message to the Mississippi State Guard alum, and as well as current members of the Mississippi State Guard. A former member of the Mississippi State Guard, he was our public affairs officer, Major Denver Mulliken. Well, he's no longer part of the State Guard either, but seeing the crisis of the COVID-19 situation, he organized a group of volunteers. He too is living up to his oath he took when he joined the Mississippi State Guard. And this group of volunteers is there for the alumni as well as for current members of the State Guard who are having problems during this COVID-19 fiasco. If you're in trouble, you need somebody to go to the grocery store for you. You need somebody to help you with something. You feel like you're by yourself. You're not by yourself. Even so, he tells me that there are donors who are volunteering to help if somebody's having those kind of problems. I don't know how deep the pockets are. He asked me to convey this to you. This is a remarkable, remarkable effort started by, again, former Major Denver Mulliken. I want you to know you can reach out to him, and his cadre of volunteers is ready to be there for you. That's a remarkable thing. I know he's helped some people already. Anything that happens won't be broadcast. Everything is strictly confidential. If you have a problem, if you need somebody to run an errand, you're not alone. If you need somebody to talk to, you're not alone. If you need a former chaplain to talk to, a current chaplain and a current priest, I don't care what denomination you are, call me. I'll be happy to talk to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in this situation of COVID-19. We don't know when it's going to end. We don't know if it's going to get bad again. It's pretty bad right now, but we don't know if it's going to come back with a fury and make changes to itself or whatever. But we have to stick together. We are the alumni of the Mississippi State Guard, and we're still here to serve. I want to really thank Major Denver Mulliken for putting this together, for assembling the volunteers. And folks, if you're in trouble, don't be too proud or too ashamed. Call. You're not alone. May God bless you. May God help you. May God keep you. If you're ill, if you know someone who's ill, dear Lord, please heal